Running in lighter weight shoes is a sure good way to be able to run your races faster.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about the light versions of the two very popular shoes, the Asics Kayano and Asics Nimbus.
We're Steve and Margot from intraining. We help runners manage your training, your footwear, your injury advice, through teaching you pacing strategies and any information you want to know about running.
Yeah, we keep you on the road to reach your goals and enjoy running. That's our highest priority.
Now, Steve, I have to tell you, I have actually been running in the new Kayano Lite, and I love it.
Yeah, it's really been a surprise to me how popular that shoe has been.
You know what I've really liked about it is the versatility of it, because I've been able to use it from my long runs right down to my speed work.
Yeah, I think people who really love that shoe, love the Nimbus, love the Kayano, and needed something a little bit lighter weight that they can use for speed work and use for races. That's really a great shoe for it.
So can you give us a little bit of information about both the Kayano Lite and also the Nimbus Lite?
Yeah, so they're actually very similar in their use of technologies. There's just a few little minor differences, and they're similar to the heritage shoes that they come from as well. So probably the biggest change is just in the type of midsole material that they use. They use a flight foam blast. So I've got some here. That's the Kayano Lite. So it's a flight foam blast midsole that makes it a little bit more durable, a little bit lighter weight, and a little bit more responsive. So when you push against the ground pushes back a little bit easier. So it feels like a zippier sort of feel when you're running in it. The other thing I should just mention with the midsole is that you can see it's really flared out. So this sort of flare is designed to add to the stability of it by the way it crumples. And it's called the guidance line, this stability device that they built into it, but it's a little bit different in the way that it does it compared to the Kayano.
I have to tell you that when I first put this shoe on and I looked at it on my foot, I really went, oh, I really don't know if this is going to be too wide. I didn't know if it was too bulky. But when I actually ran on it, I was really, really surprised at how easy it was actually to run.
Yeah, it looks like a bulky shoe, but it's actually quite light and, as I said, very responsive. So it feels like you can run fast in these shoes.
Yeah. Oh, you can.
Yes. So I think they're a really good shoe for somebody who has really enjoyed the Kayano and Nimbus, and they want to have something they can use for speed work and races. It really is a great shoe for that.
Oh, I've also liked it because it's that mild stability. So I don't need to go to the Kayano. I don't need to go to the 2000. And I've always in the past used the Brooks, well, it was called the Ravina back then, and loved it. And then it's now the Launch GTS. And so this has been a really nice alternative to have in that range.
Yeah, that's true. That is the category that it's sort of moved into. It's this lightweight, but with some support. Surprisingly, the cushioning actually isn't that much different, even though they're a little bit lighter. So it's more the feel that really has changed between the Kayano and Nimbus. I guess the Kayano 28 and Nimbus 24 compared to these are the number 2 versions of the Nimbus Lite and Kayano Lite.
So why would someone choose the Kayano Lite 2 over the Nimbus Lite 2?
Well, just like the difference between the Kayano and the Nimbus and the heritage shoes, the Nimbus is a neutral shoe that has more flexibility through the middle, and in particular this sort of, I don't know if we can see, but the torsional flexion along the longitudinal axis. So it has a little bit more, whereas the Kayano is just a bit more solid through that inside, and you can't sort of twist it as much. So definitely a more stable shoe. And a lot of that stability, as it says, not from using Duo Max, which the Kayano has, but it's actually from using this engineered midsole and the crumple zone ability of it to actually give the resistance. So it's a really different idea of actually how to give stability in a shoe without making it heavy. So it's quite a bit lighter too.
So how many stars out of 5 would you give this?
I think, well, for people that have loved the Kayano and Nimbus, it's a 5 out of 5 using these shoes. They're not necessarily the shoe for everybody when it comes to racing, because there's all these super shoes now. So I think if you need a little bit more support, but you need a lightweight shoe for speed work and races, this is where these shoes really excel.
Great. Well, It's raining out there. I actually really love running in the rain, so I'm going to head out pretty shortly and take these for a spin.
And you can come into the in-training and try them on our 25-meter track, have a bit of a run in them, have 1 foot of the Kayano, 1 foot of the Kayano Lite, and you can really see the difference.
Great. Happy running.
We love running.